In the heart of Africa, nestled between towering mountains and endless savannas, lay the village of Nkokonjeru. It was a place of ancient traditions and unspoken mysteries, where the villagers believed in the power of the sacred river, Nyamza, which flowed like a silver ribbon through their land. The river was not just a source of water, it was the lifeblood of the community, believed to be inhabited by spirits and blessed with healing powers. Every generation, a guardian was chosen to protect the river and commune with the spirits. The guardian's role was sacred, passed down through the bloodline of the Matandwa family. The current guardian, Mosi, was a man of great wisdom and kindness. His voice could calm storms, and his presence brought peace. Under his watch, the village thrived. But Mosi was growing old, and the time had come for a new guardian to be chosen. The spirits, through Mosi, had made it clear the next guardian would not be chosen by lineage but by the river itself. It was a departure from tradition that left the villagers anxious and curious. Among the villagers was a young woman named Amina. She was known for her fierce independence and deep connection to nature. Orphaned as a child, she was raised by the village, but often felt like an outsider. Her only solace was the river, where she spent hours listening to the water's whispers and weaving stories from the patterns of the waves. One night, as Amina sat by the river, she felt a strange pull, a calling she couldn't ignore. The water shimmered under the moonlight, and she heard a soft, melodious voice calling her name. It was the voice of Nyamza, the spirit of the river. "Amina," the voice whispered, "you are chosen." Amina's heart pounded. Ha! The guardian. She couldn't believe it. Yet, as the river's voice filled her mind, she felt a deep connection, a bond that transcended her fears and doubts. She knew she couldn't refuse the call. The next morning, Amina went to Mosi and shared her experience. The old guardian smiled, his eyes twinkling with pride and relief. "The river has spoken," he said. "You are the one." The news spread through the village, met with shock and disbelief. Many couldn't accept that an outsider, a woman with no direct lineage to the Matandwa family, was chosen. But Mosi stood firm. "The river chooses not by blood but by heart," he declared. Amina's heart beats with the river's pulse. Amina embraced her new role, but it wasn't easy. She faced skepticism and resistance, especially from those who believed the river should have chosen someone else. Yet, she remained resolute, finding strength in her connection with the river. She learned the ancient rituals, the songs, and the dances that communicated with the spirits. Slowly, the village began to see her dedication and the harmony she brought. One day, disaster struck. A neighboring village's dam collapsed, causing a flood that threatened Nkokonjeru and the sacred river. Panic spread, but Amina remained calm. She stood by the river, her arms raised, chanting an ancient song of protection and healing. The villagers watched in awe as the water obeyed her command, flowing around the village, sparing them from devastation. It was then that the village truly accepted her as their guardian. They saw her not just as an outsider but as the protector of their lifeblood, the bridge between them and the sacred. Amina continued to guide the village, her wisdom and courage growing with each passing year. As time went on, Amina became a legend in Nkokonjeru, the guardian who had been chosen not by tradition but by the spirits themselves. She brought unity to the village, teaching them that true guardianship came from the heart, not from bloodlines. And every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, she would sit by the sacred river, listening to its eternal whispers, knowing she was exactly where she was meant to be.